My name is Lisa. My husband Ronald and I bought this lot back in 2007 to build this house on. And in 2008, while we were building the house, we started noticing some flooding in the lot behind us. And as you can see today, and it's January 4th, 2015, the lot behind us is flooded out. It seems to be probably two of the lots flooded, and it's flooding our house and flooding our lot anyway. And the water has come all the way up to our back window, one of our living areas. This is how close the water literally is to this window. So I probably can measure off. It's probably going to be less than 10 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 feet from my window. And the owners of the lot have said that they're not going to fix it, but they managed to convince Judge Eugene Varon, and the owners, by the way, are Oxmoor Preservation 1. And they managed to convince Judge Eugene Varon and Bessemer, that this problem has been caused by me. Although they have an engineer who has said that in order to fix this problem, the lot adjacent to my lot, these lots need to be filled. In other words, they need to be raised up higher than what they are. And of course, draining more into my lot. So as you can see, it's a really bad problem that I've been dealing with for 7 years. Going on 7 years. We'll walk around and look at the view in terms of, we'll look at all of the water. As you can see, I mean, there's all of this flooding. So when I signed the contract, it didn't say anything about this was a flood zone or floodplain. It specifically said that this lot was zoned residential and not in a floodplain. But a floodplain is any area that is prone to flooding. You know, when you see it flooding all the time, and this happens every year. Since we moved in 2008, it has not missed 1 year with this happening. When it gets cold or starts getting colder and we get our rain, it actually floods, and we do not see it drying out until about June. So we're basically going to deal with this water, this swamp, pond, whatever you choose to call it, until probably June, when the heat will cause it to evaporate. I live in the Oxmoor Landing Subdivision in Birmingham, Alabama. The developer who sold me the lot lives down the street and across the street from my house. And we are approaching his house now. This is the developer, Alvin Johnson of Johnson Realty, who sold me the lot that is adjacent to the vacant lots that flood. This is the vacant adjacent lot that is next to my lot. It is for sale. This is my lot. This is another vacant adjacent lot to me. And these lots are on the front. We're looking at the front view of my home. And then if you look down close enough, you could actually see where the water from the adjacent lots behind me are flooding my lot, even from the front of the lot. We are walking around the street. This is a circle, and these are vacant lots that are for sale by Oxmoor Preservation 1. Oxmoor Preservation 1 is the current owner of these vacant lots. Their lots flood, they are aware of it, but they will not fix it. Judge Eugene Barron has said that I have caused the flooding problem and I should be allowing flood water to flow through my bedroom, because of course their attorney convinced him that that was the case. But as you can see, that is not the case. And we do live in the city of Birmingham, and the city of Birmingham's laws and Alabama laws require that those neighbors are not supposed to allow anything to drain on another neighbor's property, and that includes water. So these neighbors, by law in the city of Birmingham and state of Alabama, are not allowed to drain this water on my property. But this is the back side of the lot. And you can see flooding that comes almost really close from this lot, close to the street. This will be the front of the lot. And yes, this lot is for sale. So any potential buyer, if they were to look at this lot from the time frame of late June to mid-November, they would not notice that it would flood out. But typically late November to about June, these adjacent lots are flooded. And then they flood my house. And as you can hear the clamoring of the reptiles or amphibians or whatever species are living in that water, that clamoring is incessant. It does not stop at night. It does not stop anytime. So it is definitely a nuisance. And then if you look further on this adjacent lot that is behind my home, and I'll pan in so you can see my home in the background. These lots are wooded, so the camera won't show you a true picture, but it will give you a general idea. But also on the side of the lot, the developer Alvin Johnson bermed this side of the lot because apparently this flooding has been happening for quite some time, and he recognized it, and he was in the process of building this house you're about to see, and he actually bermed it up so the water wouldn't go toward this house. And that means more water comes toward my house. But when I say berm, he's laid trees and brushing a lot of shrubs and let that build up here. And so it wouldn't flow further into this area.